The One Thing You'd Save by Newbery medalist Linda Sue Park. The One Thing You'd Save by Linda Sue Park. Illustrated by Robert Say-Hang. Published by Clarion Books. Imagine that your home is on fire. You're allowed to save one thing. Your family and pets are safe, so don't worry about them. Your most important thing, any size. A grand piano? Fine. For once, we got good homework, not useless stuff like worksheets. Best part is, Miss Chang says we don't have to write anything down. Just think about it so we can discuss it with everyone. We're supposed to pretend there's a fire, and we can save just one thing. Miss Chang says size and weight don't matter. It could be anything. And don't worry about family or pets. They're already safe. Phew. Makes things harder, though, 'cause I would have saved my Nana first. Arthritis. It hurts her to walk. If I tried to get her out, I'd have to hurry her up and tell her she doesn't need her good hat. Wonder what May's taking. Maybe I'll give her a call. Hey, that's it, my phone! I'll need it to tell all my friends. And besides, somebody's got to call 911, right? One thing? That's impossible. How can I ever pick just one thing? I've got so much stuff I want to take. My books for a start, my graphic novels and my manga, my Calvin and Hobbes. Heck, my Neil deGrasse Tyson books, 7 all by themselves. I couldn't pick a favorite. Every one of them is awesome. Oh man, I hate this. I'm never gonna be able to decide. Promise you won't think it's stupid? How can I promise that, girl, when you didn't tell me what it is yet? You tell me first, then I tell you what I think. And you want me to be honest, right? Okay, it's a sweater. A sweater? Which one? Oh, no, not that one. Which one? Bet you're wrong. It's that nasty blue cardigan, right? You can't be serious. Why would you take that ugly thing? I don't care that it's ugly. But you hardly ever wear it. I mean, when I can't find my phone, it's super annoying. But that sweater? You wouldn't even miss it. So why save it? If you lose your phone, you can always just get another one. All your stuff gets stored in the cloud, right? But my one gran, she's gone. My other gran's eyes so bad she can't knit anymore. So there's never gonna be another sweater like it in the whole history of the universe. Not ever. Things you can't go buy another one, that's what you gotta save. All right, scholars, let's get started. I hope you all did some good thinking. Please remember to be respectful to your classmates during this discussion. Also, remember that this is just an exercise. If there were a real fire, you should just get out safely and not worry about your things. Understood, class? Understood. Yas. Okay, who's up first? Ron? Miss Chang, you didn't say when the fire happens, if it's day or night, because if it's day, I know exactly what I want to take, but if it's night, I'd have to take something way different. So for daytime, I'd definitely grab the program of the game I went to last summer. Mets, Cubs. Signed by the best player ever, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso. Sometimes I touch his signature just to make sure it's still there. But if the fire's at night, I'd have to grab my glasses from the bedside table, because without them, I wouldn't even make it to the door. My sketchbook. It always has a pencil in the spiral. I love drawing dragons. Huge wings, sharp claws, their tails and scales. I could draw the fire, 'cause I've already drawn, like, 1,000,000 flames. Come on, people, you hear me? You gotta be real about this. If a fire burns everything up, you're gonna need money. A lot. Am I the only one here with any smarts? My dad's wallet. Duh. It's not like it's cute or anything. Truth, it's kinda ugly. Muddy blue, way too big for me, all droopy in the sleeves. But sometimes things are so ugly, they're cute. Know what I mean? Ages ago, my gran knitted a sweater for my dad. He wore it, and wore it, and wore it right out. Then my other gran, who lives with us, unraveled it and knitted a new sweater. For me, so I'd save that sweater. Both grans and my dad. Maybe this will sound silly, but when I'm wearing it, it's kind of like all three of them are keeping me warm. I bet I know what Natalie's taking, that animal collection with the kitten I gave her. Tan with brown ears and brown paws, and a brown tail curled around its teeny-weeny feet. So cute. Never told her this, but I had to open 4 boxes of tea in the key food. Pig, dog, dog, before I got the kitten. I opened the plastic wrapping, but I didn't touch the tea bags. But the manager saw me and got really mad and yelled, made me buy all 4 boxes. Good thing I had enough money. $12 for that dumb cat. But then I got this great idea, and what I gave Nat was this big box full of tea bags, and she had to dig through to find that little bitty kitten looking up at her with blue eyes, and she screamed. She was that happy. This is easy. If there's a fire, I'd walk out with nothing. Not a dang thing. Come see it your own self. Place is a total dump. Be a great day for me. Be glad to see it burn down. My plaque. We worked for 6 months. Shireen and Carly and me, documenting every step of how and where we collected 100 meteorites from the soil in gutter runoff. The plaque says, District Science Fair, 2nd place, in shiny letters. Did Mae Jemison start like this? Or Ellen Ochoa? We proved that the dirt on the streets around here hold chips and flakes from real stars. But if I take books, I'll have to leave my game cards behind. Know how long it took me to collect them? And the Crimson Phoenix I only just traded for? I haven't even played with it yet. Oh no, don't you go there, Jay. We stopped with those cards ages ago. Yeah, Jay, give up that baby stuff. That's enough, class. We protect, affect, respect one another. Thank you. Who's next? Miss Chang, is it okay if... Does one collection count? I keep them together, on one shelf, all 93 of them. 93 China animals. They come free in boxes of tea. 93, that's a lot, Nat. How long have you been collecting them? That's impressive, Natalie. And yes, I think a collection can count as your one thing. Would you like to tell us more? I started 6 years ago. I have the whole farm set. Doubles of the rooster and the horse. Triples of the pig. The dog set is so cute. Scotty and Boxer and Shetland sheepdog. Zoo set. I don't have the lion, but I have the lioness. The endangereds, so hard to find. I only have 3. Panda, Siberian tiger, ivory-billed woodpecker. It seems like a great way to learn about animals, too. I hadn't thought of it like that, but Miss Chang is right. Who even knew there was an ivory-billed woodpecker? My favorite is the Siamese cat Sandra gave me last year for my birthday. I'd been trying to get it for ages. Best friends know that kind of thing. It was the best present ever. The program, the one from the game me and Ronnie went to, really early so we could go right down to the field seats and hang out there and watch the Mets take batting practice. Then Pete Alonso finished up and started walking back to the clubhouse, and I'm the one who saw him leaving the field and ran down to the rail and stood right there and held up my program. And just when he got near, Ronnie caught up and stuck his program out over the rail. And Pete Alonso signed it and then kept walking and didn't sign mine. Not his fault. He can't sign everything. It's Ronnie's fault. He shouldn't have pushed ahead of me. I'm still mad about it. I know he felt bad, and he said, "Man, I never thought he wouldn't sign yours too." But you could tell. He was so way glad to have Alonso's autograph. He wasn't that sorry. But here's the thing. Ronnie had a pen, not a marker, so already it's getting all faded. And kind of smudged, too, from him touching it. But when I called out, "Please, Pete Alonso, sign mine too," he looked over his shoulder and sort of waved and then smiled at me. At me, not Ronnie. So if there was a fire, I'd grab my not signed program because it's from the day that Pete Alonso looked at me, right at my eyes, and that's not ink or paper. It's for real, so it can't ever fade. My bedroom rug. Quit laughing, Ty, till you hear why first. If someone comes out of the building, on fire, screaming, I'm all ready with the rug, and yell at them, "Stop, drop, and roll." Miss Chang said that family's safe. Lots of other folks in my building, like Mr. Richards. He's so old and slow, he'd catch fire for sure. He's burning up. I got that rug. I save him. I'm a hero. Hero? Shoot, that only happens in the movies, not in real life. Okay, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, if there's a chance to be a hero, I'm gonna be ready. What I really want to take, Miss Chang might not like that much, 'cause it might sound dumb to her. I mean, I know they're just sneakers, even if they are the coolest sneakers on the planet. The kind Jeremy Lin wore when he scored 38 points against the Lakers. I've seen the highlights like 100 times. But it's not exactly the sneakers. It's me saving every cent for months and months. I didn't buy a single thing. No apps, no music, and when we went to Mickey D's, no burger, not even a Coke. And James, sick of me mooching his fries until I finally saved enough. Except I forgot about the bleeping sales tax. But Mom, when the salesman said the total, she saw my face and had a good hard laugh, and then she came through for me. So clean, and the shiny parts almost glowing, and no feet smell. At first, I almost didn't want to mess them up by wearing them. Now they're broken in, but I still wipe them down every night. Maybe it wouldn't sound too dumb if I explained it right. Chang's pretty cool. Besides, I got another good reason. I put those babies on my feet, it's like, see you later, fire. I went to the ocean once. So big it made me feel small, but in a good way. All the bad stuff small too. I found a shell there, a whole one, not chipped or cracked. It's not very big, but it's perfect. Last October, gray and cold, no swimming, not even wading. The waves, maybe this won't make sense, but it's true, they're always changing, but always the same. And they're loud, without being noisy. I keep that shell in my pocket, trace the swirl with my finger whenever I don't feel so great. Makes me think of the ocean, waves washing out the bad stuff, in my head. Some of it, anyway. Everyone's talking about their stuff, trying to decide what they should take. They don't know what I know. Ms. Chang neither, even though she said, "Don't take anything if there is a fire for real." They don't know that when the smoke starts curling in under the door, and you remember not to touch it, not to let all that smoke in, and you get from the bed to the window staying low as you can, and you have to crawl out onto the fire escape, but the ladder gets stuck, and your ma is down there in the alley screaming for help, and you end up hanging from the end of the stuck ladder, and you see Mr. Porter from 3C running and yelling, "Hang on, just hang on," in an old t-shirt and pajama pants, till he gets under you and says, "Okay, let go now, I gotcha." And from 3 floors up, everything down there looks so far away, you don't know if you can make your hands let go, but you have to, so you finally do. And he catches you, but only sort of. He falls down, breaks his wrist, and your side gets scraped up so bad you get scars for life. I'm telling you, if there really is a fire, the only thing you worry about saving is your own sorry skin. My laptop. The whole universe on a 13-inch screen. It's like having an extra brain. Besides, they cost a bomb. Just makes sense to pick something expensive over something cheap. There's a box on my mom's nightstand. Inside, wrapped up real careful, a little curl of brown hair and some tiny nail clippings. My brother Anthony's. He'd be 8 now, if he were still alive. His heart, it didn't work right. I don't remember him much. I was too little, only 4. But sometimes my mom still cries. Get hold of that box and run and keep Anthony safe from the fire. It's my job whenever we go out. Mom forgets. She's so busy. And for sure she'll need her head on straight if there's a fire. I'd go right to the bathroom and grab her insulin kit. Shoot, what Sophia said about her brother who died? Now I can't say what I was gonna say. I'm not stupid. I know it's way worse to lose a brother than a pet. But I miss Prince every single day. Him waiting at the window for me to get home from school, jumping, licking happy little barks, like it was years since he'd seen me instead of just that morning. Funny ears, one up, one down, white patches on black fur. Another dog? Maybe, but it'll never be the same as Prince. He always thought I was the best, never doubted on me. I've decided. My bookcase. It's one thing like Nat's collection, right? Books, game cards, comics, and the snake skeleton I found last year. 318 bones that I wired together myself. Miss Chang, a whole bookcase? That's not like Natalie's collection. It's all different things. He should have to pick one if you ask me. Yeah, well, who's asking you, Kai? It's just my opinion, Jay. Chill. I'd have to agree with Kai that it's stretching things a bit. But I'm going to allow it. We're doing this for fun. It's hard, isn't it? I'm having trouble deciding myself. Okay, but I still think it's not in the spirit of things. Hey, Jay, you could put your bookcase on Charles's rug. Ha! Huh? Not if that Richards dude is still rolled up in there. I keep thinking about Prince, how he never doubted on me. Well, I'm not doubting on him now. I'll say what I was going to say. His collar from my top drawer, because it still smells like him. What May said about her grands and that sweater, she made me think about my gran. There's this photo of her and my abuelo, who I never knew. Before they were married, she looks so young. It's a really old photo, so that's what I should save, right? But I gotta be honest, I'm like 100% sure that if there was a real fire, I'd just grab my phone and run. Joanna, I have a great idea. Here's what you do. You take a bunch of pictures of that picture with your phone, and then if there's a fire, I'll have both. Cool. Charles, you're a genius. You know, listening to you all, I've changed my mind too. At first, I was going to take my box full of grade books. 18 grade books, 18 class pictures, every student's name. Did you all hear that? She was going to save us, but now she's not. Not us, Sandra. The grade books are just paper. They're not us. They're us on paper. She's just going to leave us to burn up. Excuse me, scholars. I was speaking. Please don't interrupt. I don't need the grade books to remember you, because you're unforgettable. Don't you ever forget that. Ha! Miss Chang made a joke. Don't forget, we're unforgettable. Okay, can I finish now? I think I'd take my philodendron. Your what? Philodendron. It's a kind of plant. Do you talk to it? 'Cause then maybe it counts as a pet. I don't talk to it, but it's special. It grew from a cutting off my mom's plant, which grew from a cutting from her mom, my gran. That's kind of like May's sweater. Yeah, or Joanna's photo. Very nice, Ty and Shireen. Excellent observations, both astute and profound. What does that mean? What's astute? Astute, an adjective. It means sharp, keen, perceptive. Profound, also an adjective. It means wise and deep. Are you saying we're deep? Yes, you're the ones who made me change my mind. Miss Chang, Jay's snake sounds way cool. Could he maybe bring it to school? What do you think, Jay? Do it, Jaybird. I'm going to count all those bones. Maybe. I guess I could. Sure. You really want to see it?